Hey everyone, it's Kyle from Cool Collectibles back again for part 2 of my look at the Transformers Masterpiece MPG 10 lift ticket and MPG 11 DK2 guard. So here is DK2 set up in his bot mode, and overall he looks pretty good, but I have to say the overall aesthetic, considering this is about 9 years old now, this mold, is pretty dated in some of the, I guess, design choices that they went for back in the day. Now, I am glad, as I was saying before, that these painted parts or decals are not stickers, and they do look pretty good overall. So that's nice and clean there, so you get a bit of the silver on the foot there, the red and the knee pad there, and then you get an extra bit on the groin, but that's pretty much what you see in bot mode. Bit of paint on the red thighs there, but pretty much everything else, as I was saying in part 1 of this look, all the black is pretty much unpainted black plastic. Now the face sculpt there, I do like the blue eyes there and the bright red face, and you can take this off pretty easily and swap it out for this alternative head sculpt, which is, I guess, a throwback to the original G1 toy sticker. And overall that doesn't look too bad. It almost looks like a bit of tribal paint there. Hopefully no one thinks it's a bit of blackface or anything like that. But it does look pretty good as an alternative option to have in your display. For me, I'll probably just stick with the red head sculpt here, but it doesn't really matter for me either way because I'll have it in the car mode, as I do with all of my other Diaclone repaints. But that's pretty much it for bot mode. I'll quickly grab Ironhide here, original one. Just to give you guys a look at that. And then of course there is also the original Ratchet here. So overall, all three of them look pretty good. As I was saying before, the design is pretty dated, especially with these side skirts. I think if Takara was to do a 2.0 for Ironhide in the MP series, they definitely would not go with that aesthetic. I think the original designer raved on about something about Ironhide being a cowboy and these being like those cowboy gunslinger sort of designs, which I think was pretty much a cop-out if you ask me. And I think some of the mods that people were doing to take them off at the end of the day was probably the right thing to do. I haven't bothered, and I don't like to tweak my my MPs too much. But I can see why people did that in the past. But that's pretty much it for DK2 here. So I'll get lift ticket out and give you guys a side-by-side comparison of that against Hoist. Hold on. Alright, so here is MPG 10 lift ticket in bot mode, and overall it looks pretty good, as you would expect compared to the original Hoist, which this one, as I was saying in part 1, is pretty much a straight up repaint with only some slight tooling differences, I think, in terms of the back trailer, as I was saying before. So I think here, if I can actually get him to stand up properly, let me just finagle that. So I think the only difference is the back trailer has this swivel point, whereas that one was more fixed. But overall the transformation was pretty much the same. I did go back to some of the original Hoist transformation videos just to help me out, and I didn't have as many problems as I remembered doing it the first time. So the mold seems to have held up pretty well, and some of the tolerances weren't as tight. So overall I think they did a good job with that. The head sculpt there is a nice difference to Hoist there. I do like the paint application. It does have the nice sort of yellow eyes there and that face mask, so that's pretty nice. In terms of decals, Not much. You get a bit of paint on the ankles and the legs and the arms there, but I think all the stickers are intended to bring out some of the details in these panels and so on. So I think they really did cheapen out on that, especially compared to Artfire. But overall, if you're into this series, I think these Diaclone repaints are a nice bit of variation to the collection, particularly for me, where I like to display them in the car mode. So having all of those in different colors and so on does add a bit of variety to the display. But that's pretty much it for these guys, for DK2 and Lift Ticket. Pretty good options if you're into the Diaclone series. Hopefully they announce some new molds or characters coming up soon. I think the next two figures are also repaints with the Shattered Glass Optimus and the Black Jetfire. I don't even know where what's the source material for that, but I haven't heard any announcements of any new characters after that in this MPG series, so hopefully it hasn't died a sad repaint death, and we get to see some good announcements coming up soon. But hopefully you like that quick look at these guys in bot mode for part 2 of this, and if you want a look in car mode, make sure to go back and check out the part 1 of this look. But hopefully you can give the video a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos for the next 2 MPs. But until then, thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.